Itchy nose again. Welcome back to Mike's Diabetes World. Let's turn off the air here. There we go. I was sitting and watching a video of drivers who, they call them idiots on the road, and I could see why. And it made me think that, you know what? A lot of times people want to try things. Oh, if I just do this, things will happen. And maybe that's the sort of training we need for people with diabetes. Granted, I would have to say, inject saline instead of insulin. Sorry. But, portraying a person, oh well, my blood sugar's high, I'm going to take 100 units and see what happens to that person. Or, I'm not going to take any insulin because I want my, and show people what could end up. Now, the problem is a lot of times people are saying, oh well, that will never happen to me. Famous last words. I can remember learning about complications. And, I sat there watching, And guess what? I have complications. Poof! Sorry, nail clipper. Now, there are two trains of thought that, diabetics can learn stuff from other diabetics. But then there's others, oh my God, they could be telling stuff that we don't want those diabetics to know. It's kind of like parents not wanting to tell their kids about the facts of life. I would tell my sons or daughters about how babies come from, because they're just going to go on and try it. But so often, a lot of diabetes training is done when the person isn't really feeling well, it's kind of, So anything I can do to help a diabetic along the way. And I think really, if I could have sat down with a type 1 diabetic from years ago, like who had come up through and being told, take care of yourself, because you may not get the exact complication I have, but complications are out there every single day. And I can't stop thinking, that woke me out of my I've talked to a number of diabetics. My English is great today, yes sir. And we kind of took a look at where we are now and where we were then. And I think we've got to find a way to be able to tell our youth what actually has happened over the years. Now, does it need to be sanitized? Well, I think you need to take a look at the maturity and the age of the person. If a person has been screwing around with her insulin every single day, then yeah, you need to be a little bit firmer on them. But a newly formed diabetic, don't stop taking your insulin. For the obvious reasons, but let's say there's a young woman there. Don't stop taking because it will affect your abilities. And I could tell you, when I worked, I would get up every day, and if my blood sugar was out of whack, like if it was super high, I just get my insulin shot and go on my merry way. I wouldn't count for corrections. And my work that day suffered. Oh yeah, that's you, yeah. But that's the real sort of thing we need to tell our young diabetics. That 1, you're going to live longer. 2, you're going to get the highs and lows. 3, how's it going to affect your ability to move ahead? And you have to hit that nail on the head and make it so impactful for diabetics. I don't really know. I think now they've moved away for classroom training. And thinking back now, I think, those classroom trainings were awesome. And I went through a number of them. I went through Vancouver General. I guess this is Vancouver Hospital now, but it was Vancouver General back then. I went through Lions Gate. I went through St. Paul's. Was St. Paul's kind of the last one? And then I think it became more one-on-one. I would go to St. Mary's and speak with a nurse. I guess they felt better one-on-one control. But I still think classroom training offers so much. It brings diabetics together. Now, hearing about horror stories, they're not really horror stories. They're life lead stories. Now, I can remember I was in Lionsgate Hospital. Yes, I've been in the hospital quite a bit. And I was there. They were trying to get tight control. And these two women came in. And they were testing. They had the same brick type glucometer. And that's where I first heard that you didn't need to use the squeeze bottle. You could dab Anyway, she told me that, when you're high blood sugar, I just inject right into the vein. And I thought, I'm not doing that. That's ridiculous. You gotta give the diabetics credit. It's an awful lot of, oh no, we can't tell them this, we can't tell them that. So, helping diabetics out every day is something we all need to do. And it could be just meeting for coffee. I'm not saying, yes, you have to have whole structure, blah, 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 blah. But if you know someone who's maybe a young kid, sit down with their mother, their parents, and discuss, steps. Yes, I've been there. I've been at the teenage years. I was never a young kid with diabetes, but teenage years, I went through them. And how can we move on? And how can we develop stronger diabetics and cut down complications? It's a lot of simple ideas that can start and grow. Do I have all the answers? Hell no. But I hope you have a great day. We'll talk again soon. Bye.